Hi Raul, this is B from Sorcery Soap, and this is the video that I wanted to show you of the molds. So this is the end product, these soaps right here, these little soaps, and you can see my hand and how big these are. This is the set that I'm looking to create right here with maybe some additional pieces, but the basis of the set. So there's these cavities and then these two long pieces here. So let's set those aside so you can see. So the mold quality that I prefer is this right here. So it's hard to see how bendy it is or what the durometer of it is, but the outside doesn't matter as much as how the pieces are. This is ideal too. It's a texture mat, just a little piece of a texture mat. You can see how thick that is. If we could get a couple texture mats in there too, that would be good. So this is the set that I have that I purchased from someone else that I really like. So there's 3 texture mats and they're very flimsy and little, and they don't even, this doesn't even have to be that big. They could be even smaller, these sizes like this, which I think would be a little bit better. So you see how these are irregular? That doesn't even matter to me. So that's one. And I don't have anything, well, I can make that happen, I guess. I could make this into something rigid or whatever. So these are so this, see it breaks off. That comes out of here. But you can see how flat it is, how little it is, essentially. And then this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cavities in it, which all this would be like, that would be cool for if I could have that done too, because I can give you, a texture like this or whatever. So that's that. Okay, and see, I'll show you how they work too. So what I don't like, you said to point out what I don't like. This is my leaf mold. This is from someone I think who hand makes these. I'm not sure how she does it, but if you can see, this is all domed over here versus this, which is, I'm assuming, is a pour. And this is a push mold of some capacity, but it's all domed. And I'll show you the difference and why I don't like the domed version versus the flat version so that you get a better idea. So this is what soap dough looks like. It's cold processed soap that is not cured. Once it's cured or dried completely, it'll become hard like this. And then you can just place it on your soap and it sticks. But this right here, okay. So I use a little cornstarch so it doesn't stick. And then I put it in here like this, right? So, and then that gets pushed in, and then this gets scraped off to make it flat. And this is an okay flexibility as well. And then you can see that there's this sort of lip on the outside of it, which isn't that big of a deal because it can be fixed. And the detail is just acceptable. So that can be fixed, but I don't know if you can see that dome right there. So that lip, that makes it a little bit more difficult. So if I put it in here, this is supposed to be a pumpkin, but we're going to make it green for right now. So I push this in. And to fill it completely, right? And then I scrape that off and there's no lip. And then you see how I'm bending it out like that? It still has detail in there. So I see these as far superior than these right here, because you can see this gave me some detail, but because it's so firm, and I don't think it is as good as these. And so that's, and I can, you know, the outside, I guess, after our conversation doesn't matter so much, but, and so that's that. And then there's this one here. So that would go something like that, and then they'd just be placed, and they could be in a square, it doesn't make any difference. And so I can send you, like I said before, the polymer clay pieces so that they're firm, because you can see, like, these more than likely won't break off if you're going to move them around, and you know, they're pretty firm now. However, they're not as tidy and neat as polymer clay ones would be. And again, this is soap, so it goes on to top of a soap and then you just wash with it. So anyway, I hope this helped, and please email me if you have any questions, or, you know, call me, or we can have another chat about this, and we'll move forward and see what you need from me for the next piece. And just an FYI, so the other thing that we're thinking of doing, and I don't know if you have any connections or no, but I'm thinking I want to make these discs. These are called extruder discs in the way I want to make them. And I think these are 3D printed, actually. So anyway, that's another one of our projects. So just put a bug in your ear in case you have any ideas about that. But I think we're going to need to get a 3D printer if we can make these little guys. So that's pretty much all I know. And so far, thanks for your help.